It's Monday, November 18. In the headlines, fire damages a Pernell Charles arcade in downtown Kingston. In business news, Chris Williams to step down as CEO of Proven. Regionally, Trinidad and Tobago's government agencies owes Electricity Commission $2 billion. And in sports, Reggae Boys will take on hosts United States in the second leg of the CONCACAF Nations League. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Prime Minister Andrew Holness received his physical national ID, commonly referred to as NIDS, while on tour of the program's head office at the Central Sorting Office in Kingston on Friday.
This is a moment long in coming, and a moment that the entire Jamaica can be proud of. As a nation, we have been talking about a national ID from as long ago as in the 70s.
NIDS is voluntary, and it is intended to provide a secure and reliable structure to enable the collection, storage, and verification of identity information. It will involve the issuance of a unique lifelong national identification number, NIN, to every person. Plans are afoot for 19 post offices across Jamaica to be modified as NIDS enrollment sites, with a broader goal of 24 facilities in total. A team of firefighters were called to put out a fight at the Pernell Charles Arcade Market in downtown Kingston Monday morning. Reports are that at about 8 a.m., persons doing business in the commercial space saw smoke coming from a section of the facility and raised an alarm. A team of firefighters arrived a few minutes after 8 a.m. The blaze is said to have destroyed several stalls and goods belonging to vendors. There have been no reports of anyone being injured. St. Thomas is no longer the forgotten parish as it was once known. Instead, it is being tagged as a parish full of potential.
St. Thomas is really the pivotal parish in Jamaica's historical development, post-slavery. It is the Morant Bay Rebellion which really sparked a new interest from the colonial government in the administration of the affairs of Jamaica.
Over time, St. Thomas has garnered the unfortunate label as the forgotten one. But the government is looking to terminate that idea with a slew of developments on the way and still more planned. Road development is crucial to the economic growth of any nation. So when the government started the second leg of the South Coast Highway at the eastern end of the island, the development of St. Thomas was atop its mind. The 147 kilometers roadway spans Harbourview in St. Andrew all the way to Port Antonio, which means smooth sailing throughout the historic parish of St. Thomas. Here's Prime Minister Andrew Holness officially opening the 4-lane highway from Harbourview to Yallis Bridge in early 2024.
St. Thomas is witnessing a remarkable change in its infrastructure, particularly its roadways and public facilities. The Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project is a key catalyst for this transformation, connecting Harbourview in St. Andrew to Port Antonio in Portland. The highway is set to enhance the economic foundations of St. Thomas, offering numerous opportunities for its residents.
St. Thomas residents on a whole will be happy with the development taking place, but the people of the Roselle, Shady Spring and White Horses community will be most excited with the new seawall that is being built along a section of the main road in the parish. The old structure was damaged by a storm surge during Hurricane Beryl, and the government didn't hesitate to respond.
It totally destroyed the wall and came in onto the road. So this is not a defect of the contractor. This is something now that the government will have to pursue as supplementary work, meaning we will have to have an additional budget because of the hurricane to put in a seawall.
The corridor is included in roadworks being carried out in the parish as part of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. A landmark development in the parish is the Morant Bay Urban Centre, which is currently under construction. This 28-acre development will feature more than 50 public and private sector entities in one space. Among them, the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. 2 BPO facilities are expected to employ approximately 3,000 individuals, a museum, financial and medical facilities, a daycare center, a brand new courthouse, a tax office, Registrar General's Department, Passport Office, and many more. The Morant Bay Urban Centre is powering the development for the people of St. Thomas.
Many households are going to benefit from the economic and social opportunities that will be created right here in this 28-acre development. We have a university here, we have training facilities here, we have joined up government here, we have food, recreation and commerce right here, we have light industry right here.
In October of 2022, the people of Yalis got a completely modern state-of-the-art fire station. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness officially opened the space, which is yet another part of the plans to modernize the parish.
This fire station is a representation of the government's strategic intent of focusing on the development of this parish.
Financed by the Government of Jamaica and the World Bank, it will benefit more than 95,000 residents across communities in St. Thomas. The promise that with the infrastructure being put in place, other investments in the parish would follow, like an explosion of housing developments such as the newly developed Sun Coast Beach Club homes in the Bull Bay area. The parish is also set to receive a new police station and benefit from an upgrade to the Princess Margaret Hospital.
In less than 5 years, this parish is going to see significant transformations. We need your support. We need you to support the government to continue the work that it is doing to build your economy and build your communities and build your household.
Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, your guide through the latest happenings in the world of business. Chris Williams will be stepping down as CEO of the investment house he co-founded, Proven, in January, and will turn his attention to creating a private sector entity to promote foreign direct investment in Jamaica. It will be called Spark FDI. This new company will be headquartered in New York, and Williams has already begun recruiting a CEO and supporting personnel. Spark FDI will be directing investment opportunities to JSC securities, mutual funds, real estate, and private placement. Spark FDI will be an investment promotion agency, which is essentially a marketing company. Companies on the stock exchange are reporting a mixed bag of results in their financial statements for the previous quarters. Investment house Sagicor Select Funds Limited, manufacturing and distribution, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, reports net profit of 319.84 million Jamaican dollars. Restaurant and Real Estate Holding Group, KLE Group Limited, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, reports a net loss of 20.23 million Jamaican dollars. Food and beverage distribution firm Everything Fresh Limited, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, reports a 47% decline in net profit attributable to shareholders. Data protection and information technology firm T-Tech Limited, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, reports a 9-month net loss of 74,000 Jamaican dollars. Logistics Hub Kingston Wharves Limited, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, had a net profit of 2.18 billion Jamaican dollars. Investment house Barita Investments Limited, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, reported a 14% increase in year-end net profit. Food and beverage distributor Derimon Trading Limited, unaudited financials for the 9 months ended September 30, 2024, reports a profit of 115.96 million Jamaican dollars. During trading for the period of November 15, 2024, the following companies represent the top 3 most active stocks that investors bought and sold on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Data protection and information technology firm T-Tech Limited, with 21,242,055 units, represents 46.07% of the market volume in terms of sales. Alternative energy provider Wigton Energy Limited, with 6,861,244 units, represents 14.88% of the market volume in terms of sales. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited, with 2,851,142 units, represents 6.18% of the market volume in terms of sales. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies on the stock market, we turn to the Forex market. On November 15, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $38.43 million was bought from Forex traders, while US $51.99 million was sold to Forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $159.30 and bought US dollars for $157.72. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.58, which represents a profit for Forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian Forex traders earned a trading profit of $3.63 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold at $115.73 and bought for $112.10. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $4.59, selling it for $202.84 and buying it for $198.25. For our credit tip of the day, we know that freelancing comes with freedom, but inconsistent income can make financial planning and credit building difficult. Many freelancers face challenges not only in meeting their financial goals, but positioning themselves for investment opportunities in this high interest rate and rising asset price environment. So here's where relationships matter. Building connections with a banker and an accountant can help you improve your credit. A trusted banker helps you navigate credit options, while an accountant ensures that your finances and tax filings are in order, both critical steps towards stabilizing your financial foundation. And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Appreciate your company. Stay well informed, stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care.
In regional news, in Trinidad and Tobago, state agencies are owing close to $2 billion to the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission.
State agencies are owing close to $2 billion to the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission. Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez revealed the state debt to TNTEC in response to a question in the Parliament on Friday. He said every public sector agency owing in excess of $1 million is written to and advised of the amount owed on their light and power accounts, providing details of the aging of the debt and the account number.
The Commission has advised that the light and power arrears owed to the Commission by state agencies as at September 30th, 2024 is $1,932,407,304.18.
Minister Gonzalez said meetings are arranged with the General Manager, the Chief Operations Officer, or the Commercial Manager at TNTEC and the very large public debtors to secure payments or arrive at payment plans. The Public Utilities Minister noted the non-payment of debt has a ripple effect on TNTEC's debt to the National Gas Company.
To the NGC in the sum of $6.1 billion for the supply of natural gas, because it does not have sufficient income to pay for natural gas use by power producers to generate electricity.
The groundbreaking training program in Antigua and Barbuda in hybrid pepper breeding seed production and cultivation technology has come to a close. Scores of Antiguans and Barbudans have now been equipped with cutting-edge techniques in this vital area. Shanakisha Francis reports.
A month-long training course on hybrid pepper breeding, seed production, and cultivation technology has been successfully completed. 75 participants from both mainland Antigua and the sister isle Barbuda have gained critical skills to enhance local food production. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Walter Christopher, emphasizes the importance of this training for food security.
The current training program that we are just undertaken in a month ago, or during the last month, in hybrid pepper production is very valuable and timely to our food production and our drive towards food security.
Chen Zierlang, a professor of the course, expresses confidence this course will open doors for further collaboration.
As China's leading agricultural high-tech company with a global reach, Longping High-Tech places great emphasis on agricultural collaboration with Antigua and Barbuda. While this training has come to a close, I'm confident that it marks the beginning of new collaborative opportunities.
Governor General, His Excellency Sir Rodney Williams, addressed the ceremony outlining the critical need for self-sufficiency in food production in the face of climate change.
In the face of such adversity, the ability to produce high-quality food quickly, efficiently, and with resilience is no longer optional. It is essential to our survival and to our prosperity.
Participants also expressed their satisfaction with the program and its potential to improve both their professional practices and their personal lives.
You don't need to wait on the bees to come around for pollination to take place. And that's a great technique that we have learned to deal with climate change.
The training exceeded all my expectations and provided valuable insight as it relates to capsicum production. This training will be beneficial to me and help improve my job and my day-to-day life.
The hope is that this has sown the seeds for a surge in production. Shanakisha Francis, ABS News.
In St. Kitts and Nevis, The efficient utilization of space at the Robert L. Bradshaw International Airport continues to be a priority for officials at the St. Christopher Air and Seaports Authority. According to Chief Executive Officer Adiola Moore, the departure lounge was further expanded to provide an additional gate and passenger seating, and other equipment are being upgraded or procured in order to provide better travel experiences and achieve higher levels of efficiency.
SCASPA continues its infrastructural upgrades at the airport terminal building with the following initiatives. One, we have the remodeling of the departure lounge that was recently enhanced to include a sixth gate for departure and increased seating for passengers. The relocation of the restaurant will soon be materialized. Two, we have the relocation of some SCASPA offices from the terminal building to create much needed office spaces for several stakeholders, including the departments of agriculture, fisheries, and various airlines, including our partners here from Cape Air. We also embarked on some AC, air conditioning upgrades in the check-in and the baggage hall areas. The installation of the upgraded system is 98% completed, with full completion and commissioning slated for mid-November. Electrical upgrades. This includes the installation of a disconnect switch and the replacement of the UPS. We also discovered the need for a voltage regulator to combat some unstable electricity and to maintain the integrity of the old and the new systems that we are putting in place. We would have to get this and install this speedily. Equipment upgrades to include repairs and upgrade of the X-ray machine in the baggage and screening areas, procurement of upgraded handsets for security department, as well as continuous repairs and improvements to the facilities on a whole.
The installation of a new shared electronic check-in system to be used by airlines is near completion, she said, with the testing phase expected to start in January 2025. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
In sports, we begin with football. The Reggae Boys will take on hosts United States in the second leg of the CONCACAF Nations League at a quarterfinal at Energizer Park in Missouri. It's set to kick off at 8 this evening. Jamaica's senior men's team went down 1-0 on Thursday at the National Stadium after giving up a fifth-minute goal to Ricardo Pepi. Jamaica's Damari Gray missed a penalty in the 13th minute, which could have made honors even. Reggae Boys coach Steve McLaren says in a post-match brief that belief is important. He says, quote, "And we have to have the confidence to do that. It doesn't matter if we concede a goal because we know we need to score two. So we have to be ambitious and creative," end quote. We now turn our attention to cricket. Cricket West Indies has announced the West Indies Test squad for the highly anticipated two-match series against Bangladesh. CWI in a release says this home series, scheduled from November 22 to December 4, 2024 in Antigua and Jamaica, marks a crucial chapter as the team looks to capitalize on home conditions and finish the World Test Championship on a high note. The squad features an exciting mix of seasoned, informed players and fresh talent led by Craig Brathwaite. Justin Greaves is in the squad following a sensational run in the CG United Super 50 Cup, where he smashed 3 centuries. Kevin Sinclair also returns to the squad as a valuable spin bowling option. CWI says Jason Holder will miss the series as he continues rehabilitation for a shoulder injury. In other sporting news, in Trinidad and Tobago, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development has renewed their commitment to Trinidad and Tobago Football Association in support of the senior men's football team's 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign.
Following the unveiling of new Trinidad and Tobago senior men's football team head coach Dwight York, the Minister of Sport and Community Development, Shamfa Kajo-Lewis, reaffirmed her ministry's support to the team's 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign after they announced a commitment of $2 million.
Now, they would have presented a proposal to us. They, as a part of the proposal, they are going to get some private sponsorship and so on based on the plan that they have set out. In the past, you've seen government after government support Trinidad and Tobago football in their campaign towards World Cup, and the record would show in the past it had just been in the final year leading up to the World Cup where they would get something to the tune of $1 million US, but we have started 2 years instead of 1 year. They came to us 2 years, so we're supporting them for the 2 years and not 1 year as you have seen in the past.
The minister also mentioned that her ministry has been in discussion with the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association on adjusting policies to allow more dual nationality players to be able to represent the national senior men's football team.
Well, that's a discussion that we're having right now with TTFA. We are also working with the Ministry of National Security and the Office of the Attorney General, looking at policies and legislation from other Caribbean countries so that we can work out an arrangement that is suitable for us in Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, as we started looking at football, many of the other sporting disciplines started reaching out, and you have to craft the legislation and the policy in such a way that it is fair and that it is just.
On the matter, the minister said that she's unable to give a deadline on when a resolution can be met.
I think for me as the Ministry of Sport, it's easy for me to say, yes, we want to come to a final place of agreement as soon as possible, but I think for the drafters of the legislation and the persons looking at policy, it is a little more complicated, and a proper, thorough study, policy development and law development must be done. So it's not something you want to rush, because when you open the door or the window for one sport, we're talking about other sports, and then you're going to be talking about other areas. So it is something that we have to look at from a place of immigration and national security.
Adrian Lazar, TTT Sport.
And that's the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica. Thank you so much for watching.